Question 17. The box plot shows information about the marks of a Year 11 class in a test. The table shows information about the marks of the boys in the class. Draw a box plot for the marks of the boys. So actually, I don't need this bit up here at the start with this. It's everyone's bar chart. I'm just going to draw the one for the boys in this one down here. All right. So 5 key bits of information: the minimum, the lower quartile, the median, the upper quartile, and the maximum. What we're going to do is we're just going to put a ruled line vertically at each of those points. So I've got 65, I've got 70, I've got 80. Evidently yours can be a bit neater and easier to do than mine, because it's a bit difficult to do this on the board, but there you go. 85, oops, daisies. And 95 is going to be here. Alright, I then just join it up to look like a box plot, so I get kind of this bit in there, and then those bits going across like there to make the whiskers. Okay, if you want, you can kind of tidy it up a bit, because obviously you can see some of my lines are a bit big, but we can just smarten that up like that, and that is it, absolutely spot on. Okay, 17b. A quarter of the girls in the class scored a 75 or less. The interquartile range for the girls is the same for the boys. Draw a box plot for the girls. So again, I need to work out those 5 key bits of information in order to put them onto my graph. So I'm actually going to draw a table out similar to what I had for the boys to try and get all that information. So I've got the minimum, I've got the lower quartile, I've got the median, I've got the upper quartile, and I've got the highest value. Okay, or the maximum, I should have called that, but there you go. Right, so we know that 1/4 scored 75 or less. Well, that's what the lower quartile is then, because it's a quarter of the data is underneath there. So the lower quartile is at 75. The interquartile range for the girls is the same as for the boys, okay? So let's have a look at the interquartile range for the boys. It went from 70 to 85, so it was 15. So it's going to be the same for the girls. So I know that the upper quartile must be 90 in order to get that interquartile range. I haven't got the rest of the information, so I now need to go back further to the question. Let's look at the lowest value first of all. I can see from the very original graph that we had here that it had to go down as far as 60. Now, none of the boys got as low as that. The lowest boy was 65, so therefore it must have been one of the girls that got 65, so that is my minimum value. I can do a really similar thing with my maximum value, the highest one, okay, because on this one it's at 100 and none of the boys got past 95, so it must have been a girl that scored 100. Finally, that just leaves me with the median, okay, and if I look at the median for everyone, it was 80, for boys it was 80, so for the girls it must also be 80, and that's all of the information. Once you've done that, it's then just doing the same thing as we did for the boys, so getting the 5 key bits of information, drawing those onto your graph as such, and joining them up like that. Spot on.